So this question is really important in the term that how it's kind of tied up to the imposter syndrome, as Dyson mentioned in the next thing. But in terms of reaching out to your clients as well, how do you tell them that you know your stuff and you actually are good to go with yourself as when you are quoting them a particular thing, that you know these things?
Imposter syndrome never kind of goes away. I think it's people need to kind of get used to it. Even me, after 15 years, GitHub star, whatever you want to kind of call it, massive client, I still get imposter syndrome. I think, well, can I do that? And I think that's why a community is great, or having some close friends is great, because you can kind of do a check with them if you want, and they can then big you up and you go, right, I can do this. So that's really, really important. I think if you've done something 2 or 3 times, then you've got to kind of gauge the risk. I do take risk, but only like 20%. I feel that I need to know something 80% to get paid to do it. Not 100%, but 80%. So if someone knows how to build a website and they can lay out components on the page, and someone says, hey, I want curved corners, and you've never done curved corners before, then you can figure that out, because you know how to do the button and all the rest and so forth. So I think it's just gauging that risk, and everyone has a different kind of level of gauge. I see people who know 50% and they take the risk, but I know people who want to know 100%, but I wouldn't go for 100%, because I don't think you can ever know 100%. You've got to find a sweet spot that works for you, to make sure that you're still able to deliver.
And maybe I just want at one point over there, like if you build up your communication skills really good, you'll be able to understand and communicate effectively at that point. And even if you know a bit less, you'll be able to help out the client to understand what you actually know and what you actually can deliver, right?
That is spot on, absolutely, because it's not about knowing everything. I had a client once, big government client, where they wanted to use a different framework. And I said, look, I don't really know this. We've got a deadline in a month. They went, don't worry, we'll get someone to come in and train you. And I'm like, okay, so you're going to pay someone to come and teach me while you're paying me? Okay, I'm good. But they wanted to use that framework for a specific licensing reason and so forth. And I hadn't used it before. I said, I can learn it, but it's going to take time. And they went, no, we're going to help you. So I think you're right. The communication is so important, because if they like you and trust you, when you're honest about it, they'll say, well, how can I help? What can I do? Can I get somebody in for a week to help you or something like that? So yeah, that's really, really important. Love that.